Number 26 is annoying. It's an ideas question. We know that because there's an actual question that they're asking for us. But unlike a normal kind of like accomplish the goal question where we're given instructions about what to do, this one's a little bit more vague. Yeah, we know we need to either add or delete this sentence, but we're not really told like what to do to figure out whether or not we need to add or delete it. So you have to kind of figure that out for yourself. And because 26 is at the beginning of a new paragraph, I've got to remember the previous paragraph. That's a strong clue that you got to read and understand how these paragraphs are transitioning. Luckily, we did most of this first paragraph for another question. And so you might remember that the dumb summary of this paragraph was that there is a shortage of physicians, right? That was the problem that they kept talking about throughout this paragraph. Most of that paragraph is that this just reiterating this problem. At the end, though, one promising avenue has been greater reliance on physician assistance. So they mostly talk about the problem, but then they introduce the solution. Great. What's happening in this new paragraph? Let's see. By virtue of their medical training, PAs can perform many of the jobs traditionally done by doctors, including treating chronic and acute conditions, performing minor surgeries, and prescribing some medications. So that seems good for PAs. However, although well compensated, earning in 2012 a median annual salary of $90,930, PAs cost healthcare providers less than do the physicians who might otherwise undertake these tasks. Okay, that sounded like it was about to be a negative sentence, but they cost less. That sounds positive too. Moreover, the training period for PAs is markedly shorter, so training period is shorter, that's positive, than those for physicians, 2 to 3 years versus the 7 to 11 required for physicians. So this is a lot of positive stuff about PAs. So now let's look at the sentence that we're supposed to maybe add. Several factors argue in favor of such an expanded role. So in favor, this is a positive sentence too. So it seems to fit. My hunch is that we're going to want to add this. Let's take a look at the becauses, though, and make sure my hunch is right. Yes, because it introduces a counter-argument for balance. No, that's not true. It's not a counter-argument. Remember, the solution was that physicians' assistants are good, and we should use them. Then this sentence and this paragraph is saying the same thing. That's not a counter-argument. That's continuing the argument that they were making. So that's wrong. Yes, because it frames the points that the paragraph will examine. Well, yeah, this is positive. The rest of the paragraph is positive. Framing the point. Yeah, sounds like it's a continuation. So that looks pretty good. C, no, because it does not specify the education required to be a PA. Well, why does it need to? It's an introductory sentence. The rest of the paragraph talks about PAs. Why do I need to talk about their education? This is like a irrelevant complaint. D, no, because it presents information that is only tangential to the main argument. Well, that means that it's unrelated to the main argument. But it obviously is. It's about PAs. This whole paragraph is about PAs. This seems like a good thing. So I was pretty certain we'd want to add it, and I just got that confirmed by looking at the becauses. So notice there was a lot of reading for this question. We needed to understand a good portion of the writing passage, which is unusual. Usually we can kind of skip around. But we didn't really need to understand it in depth. This is why dumb summaries are great. You can boil things down to positives and negatives, problems and solutions, just simple, stupid, dumb ways of thinking about these texts. And that level of thinking is enough for most of these questions. Be a little dumb, be a little lazy. It can make things a lot easier.